Limited tort is cheaper than full tort coverage, but what you're giving up if you choose limited tort is the right to bring a claim for pain and suffering unless your injury is a serious injury. To give you an example, is if you get in a car accident and it's someone else's fault, and as a result of that car accident you have whiplash or even sometimes a broken bone, that may not rise to the level of a serious injury, and if you have limited tort, you can't get any money for your injury or your pain and suffering. But with limited tort, you still can get your medical bills and wage loss paid, but you can't get that money for pain and suffering, all that the time that maybe you spent dealing with an injury, sometimes even for months. So we always recommend that you have full tort on your policy, because then you're not restricted in what you can recover in a case. If you do have limited tort on your policy, there are several exceptions that may apply, and then if the exceptions apply, they would give you automatically full tort. One of the exceptions is if the person that caused your accident is driving a vehicle that's registered out of state. So if you're in an accident in Pennsylvania and the person that caused your accident has a car that's tagged from New Jersey, then that would be an exception. Another exception is if the person that caused your accident was a drunk driver or driving under the influence of drugs, and that person either pled guilty, entered ARD, or was found convicted of that offense, then that would be an exception. Another exception that a lot of folks don't realize is if they're in a vehicle other than a non-private passenger vehicle. For example, if you're in a work truck or a vehicle that's not owned by a person, but rather owned by a company, sometimes you can get around the limited tort election that way too.